Yeah.
She could flash her titty online and sell it for $1 million any time of the week. All right. Now, this week, Brandon, reports came out that Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are formally divorced.
Right.
My thing is it equal, fair, or not?
Okay.
Is it equal, fair, or not? Now, let's do a little background. Now, per TMZ, they said the divorce papers said each, I spelled that word, it says each have equal access to their kids.
Okay.
Each has to split the expenses for their kids.
Okay.
Now, let's look at their net worth. Kim Kardashian, she comes from a well-known family. Her father was part of the O.J. Simpson trial. He worked with Johnny Cochran. Right. Her stepdaddy was an Olympic athlete. She is a reality superstar. The whole world is fascinated with her and her family. Right. It is reported that she is worth $1.8 billion. Kanye West. Kanye West comes from humble beginnings. His parents was educators. He was very fond in music. He started in the music industry and worked his way up after being denied for so many years.
Right.
He's a music producer. He's a designer, and he is a outspoken free thinker. Based on the internet, his current net worth now is $400 million. But if you ask me, I say he don't got over $150 million. But I ain't saying nothing. So if you look at net worth to net worth, Kim Kardashian is 4.5 times bigger than Kanye West. Easily. And watch this. Kanye West may not have opportunities no more.
You're right.
Do Kim Kardashian have opportunities, Brandon, now?
Of course, yeah.
She could double her money if she wanted to. Could she?
Right, yeah.
She could flash her titty online and sell it for $1 million any time of the week.
Right. And not to mention, she kind of back in Balenciaga a little bit. She was saying how it wasn't right, but she's like, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to work something out. That just means more money, more partnerships with Balenciaga.
Now let's look at Kanye West. Will anybody partner up with Kanye West now?
No.
And why not?
Because he's toxic.
Oh, okay. So
let me rephrase that. He's burnt a lot of bridges with a lot of not high value, but a lot of big companies. Like, it's hard to build and grow if you're a company when you're attached to somebody that the majority of the media feels is hateful, anti-Semitic, and just unraveling.
Kanye West said something about Hitler this week, right?
He did. Well, let me ask you that. Was that Kanye? Was that Kanye?
Yes. He said Hitler did some great things.
Did you see his face?
I heard his voice.
Do we not have programs to do that? But go ahead. I'm just trolling.
Well, let's do a history lesson. Somebody alleged was Kanye West said Hitler done some great things. Brandon, what am I holding in my hand?
An assault rifle. Well, no, a pit. What you want to call it?
Assault style firearm, right?
Right. Go ahead.
Guess who came up with the idea of an assault style firearm, Brandon?
Who did?
Hitler. Now watch this. Now, Brandon, you ever heard of
my mind is blown.
You ever heard of a Honda Civic?
Yeah.
You ever heard of a Toyota Corolla? What do those vehicles got in common, Brandon?
I don't know. I'm hoping you're not going to say what I think you're going to say.
No, the concept of having a small compact car that's very fuel efficient. Guess who came up with the idea?
Who came up with that? Who came up with that idea?
Hitler.
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 Right.
So is comeback fuel efficient comeback cars like the cars they drive in Europe now? Or is that a good idea, Brendan?
Yeah, but since Hitler came up with, we should ban it, right?
Don't put that but in there. This yes, got it.
Yes.
I didn't say it. All right.
Yeah.
Is having a M16 to protect the United States of America, is that a good thing, Brendan?
Yes.
So can't a person do good deeds even though they had bad deeds?
No, you can't. If we say no, it's no. That's how people operate. And I kind of see how things are going in the media. Like it all depends on how they want to paint you at the time, because it's plenty of people like generals that have statues and stuff. They've done a lot of awful things, especially to my people. But a lot of people still, I'm not gonna say worship them, but they salute them, they'll cry, they memorialize them. Christopher Columbus, we uplift Christopher Columbus same kind of way. But we may not feel the same way towards him. I get what Kanye's saying. Is Hitler go ahead.
The NFL football, now I may be reaching this time. The NFL football will play today, right?
Right.
Summer defense go run a blitz.
Okay.
Who came up with the war strategy blitzkrieg?
Hitler came up with that too.
Who used blitzkrieg as a war strategy? Hit them with all we got all at once. Let's see how they handle it. Who used that kind of tactic? So you find good in some people. Guess what? I tell you this: for all the critics, God still love Hitler.
Yeah, that's true.
God still love him. I read this is a little off topic. I read the whole story of Jonah, the guy who was running away for God, and they threw him in the water, and the whale swallowed him up. In my opinion, I don't like Jonah. He had a bad personality. You know why he ran from God, Brandon?
Why?
He knew God was going to save his enemies, and he didn't want God to save those people. He wanted God to kill them.
Right.
So this Jewish man, per the Bible, ran from God because he knew God would offer grace and mercy. So since he knew what God was going to do, he decided to run.
Right.
And once the fish swallowed him up and they put him on the shoreline, he went to the people, his enemies, and say, "Hey, if y'all don't change y'all ways, God's gonna come here to destroy this place." Then he walked away. And guess what he done when he walked away, Brandon?
What happened?
He was waiting to see God destroy him. And when he saw God did not destroy that city, he got mad at God. He was pissed off at him. He said, "I didn't want to come here because you will save these people, and I knew you will save them. I want these people dead."
Right. But that's not how God works. That's not how Christianity is. Don't we practice forgiving? And we talked about that before. And how you're supposed to love one another and not have any malice or hate in your heart towards anybody. Like, you have to let God deal with that. So I think that's what Kanye's trying to say when he says Hitler, it was good in Hitler. I think Erykah Badu said the same thing a couple years ago, trying to say Hitler was a great painter. But you can't even say that just because, we see Hitler as somebody that was responsible for the Holocaust. So, but when there's other people involved, go ahead.
Brandon, Hitler was just one man. Yes, he had a military.
That's what I was thinking too. Right.
But how many millions of people was boosting up this man?
Right.
Those descendants are still in Germany now and still over here. Right. So if you want to talk about some Nazis, they still here. They just ain't saying nothing.
Right.
Just like your slave master's great-grandson is still here whooping your butt.
Right.
But they just ain't saying nothing.
And his name is Jerry Jones. I'm joking.